Hello, and I'd like to welcome you all once again to the old schoolhouse here in the hamlet of Butterstone in Perthshire in Scotland for another one of our wee Saturday night half hours. And this is number 174, which is pretty amazing. And it's very cold outside. In fact, it's freezing outside, and this is an old building, and it's freezing in here as well. So I'll just have to see how my fingers behave themselves. I'm going to start off with this song, which I've been some requests tonight, and this was requested by Lorraine Gilmore, who's a regular in New Zealand. Hi, Lorraine. And it's a wee song I wrote after visiting a place called Fotheringhay Castle down in Northampton. And it's a place where they executed Mary Queen of Scots. They chopped her head off. And it was, I always thought that they had done all their executing in the Tower of London, but this was about 100 miles outside London, and it's where they had the sham trial. And I've told this story 100 times before, but for those of you who might not have heard it, it gives a good introduction to the song. And anyway, there's nothing left because the castle was taken down stone by stone. And but it's a really spooky place to visit because you know that there's something terrible has happened there, and they had a kind of sham trial, and you can see the flat area where the Great Hall would have stood. Now, when I was there, I'm going to some things to show you tonight. I don't know if I'm going to manage this, but when I was down there, I was walking around the very bottom of it all because it was all dismantled, and my toe hit the stone, and I picked it up, and I was talking to some archaeologists afterwards. I just thought it was a bit of a nice stone, but I'll put the guitar down while I pick this up and show you. It's quite big. So I don't know if you can see that. So this was the stone, and the archaeologist friends, they looked at it and they said, "Oh, that's a piece of, it's been cut stone that's fallen off the front of the piece of cut stone, and you actually can see the grooves in it where it's been dressed by a chisel." And so this would have been part of one of the wonderful big stones that would have been part of Fotheringhay Castle. And I didn't realise, I just thought it was a pretty interesting looking stone. But it's kind of a nice thing to have, a little bit of the castle. So I'll put it down here. And so we're going to do the song. Hopefully that will have set the mood for the song. And it's got some pretty tricky guitar parts, guitar things in it, this wee song, so I hope that it's not too cold for my fingers. And those of you who are regulars will know that I have become a bit preoccupied of late with restoring an old tractor, an old 1947 Ferguson tractor. So I've been wielding hammers and things and that, so we'll see how we go on. I'm not making excuses, this is just... Something happened here in this cold, deserted place where mighty walls have vanished, leaving not a trace. Something's not quite right, where ravens cast a guilty eye, hidden reason still continues to deny. Oh, but Mary, I can feel your pain, I can hear your heart breaking on the silent fields of Fotheringhay. Oh, I can hear your heart breaking. Give our might to men who then take it as their own, and in our name destroy with every thrown stone. We stand the simple fools watch them break it down. The stolen voice lies silent, cannot make a sound. Oh, but Mary, I can feel your pain. I can hear your heart breaking on the silent fields of Fotheringhay. Oh, I can hear your heart breaking. We found the darkness here. The leaf has withered well away, and time has sacrificed what no one dares to say. Something's not quite right, where ravens cast a guilty eye. Hidden reason still continues to deny. Oh, but Mary, I can feel your pain. I can hear your heart breaking on the silent fields of Fotheringhay. Oh, I can hear your heart breaking. Oh, and Mary, I can silent fields of Fotheringhay. Oh, I can hear your heart breaking. And that's my wee song about Mary Queen of Scots. And it's quite interesting. It's quite amazing to think that that piece of stone there, that all happened behind that piece of stone. Anyway, I'm going to continue with the wee song, which was requested by. I've got a couple of things to show you later on. So this is a wee song that was requested for Karen in northern Germany. Her birthday is tomorrow, and she and Carson have not missed a single broadcast. Well done, guys. Also for another regular listener, Mags Craig from Millport, who has been in Inverclyde Royal Hospital for a wee while. So I hope you're getting better. But enjoy this wee show. And this song I wrote after we do some work for a wonderful charity called Nord of Robins, and they kind of use music as music therapy for all kinds of purposes. And I've told this story before too, but I'm going to tell it in case people don't. I haven't sung this song for a while. And I was privileged to be invited down to Kinross to Rachel House, which was a week in a hospice for terminally ill children. And I was able to sit in one of the music therapy sessions, and it was. I've always believed that music was magic, but that kind of made me really sure that it was, because they brought this wee girl in, and she had tubes, and she was obviously very, very sick, and she was in a chair, and her head was all sort of held up, and the person who was doing the music therapy just started playing the piano and singing the wee girl's name. And all of a sudden, when the wee girl had been brought in, she had this kind of gaunt look on her face and kind of as if there was nothing there. But all of a sudden, when the music therapist started playing, the wee girl's eyes opened up, and she started reaching out like as if she was trying to catch the music that was in the room. And just quite magical, and I was so privileged to be able. So after that, I wrote a wee song, and it's called, I call it The Gift, and so we'll try it now with the cold hands. She plays a little tune, it sings around the room, it dances through the air, and sparkles everywhere. A simple melody, a gentle harmony, a door will open wide, and you will run outside, oh, and you will fly away, for a moment freed from one more endless day. Oh, you hold out your hand to show you understand, to try and catch the light that's burning oh so bright, the blinking of an eye, so many reasons why. It's a gift from those who care, it can take you anywhere, oh, and you will fly away, for a moment freed from one more endless day. When time releases all, the great and mighty fall, fortune fills the skies, magical surprise, a simple melody, a gentle harmony. It's a gift from those who care, it can take us anywhere, oh, and we will fly away, for a moment freed from one more endless day. Oh, she plays a little tune, it sings around the room, it dances through the air, and sparkles everywhere. A simple melody, gentle harmony, a door will open wide, and you will run outside, oh, and you will fly away, for a moment freed from one more endless day. And that's very, very much, and that's my wee song, The Gift, about the wee girl that I saw in Rachel House. And I'm going to do this song. It's not that I'm preoccupied with my tractor, but I'm making great progress with it. And I had a great day today because I had a piece that was broken, and I needed it welded, and I had no idea how I was going to get it fixed. And I had this wee idea I would take it down to the local tractor garage, and I went in with it, and it was wonderful. The guy just says, "Oh yeah, give it to me here." And within 5 minutes, he had welded it, and I just love that kind of skill, that somebody can do that just like that, and is prepared to share it with you, And I said, how much am I due you for that? Oh, no, it's all right, he said, but it was just so quick and wonderful. Anyway, it's on the tractor, and I'm so excited that the bit's working, and thanks to all the guys down in the garage. Turns out all the guys that work in the garage I went to school with as well, so it's a tractor garage, and it's not a place that I visit a lot. I've just been visiting it sort of. Anyway, I'm going to do this wee song which I wrote. I worked on a farm a number of years ago. I worked on a farm in Newtile, and I was the third tractorman. And my dear late friend Ewan was the second tractorman. And there's a long, complicated story about it all, but the farm was still run in the old-fashioned way of when there was horses, and there'd be the first horseman, second horseman, third horseman. But when they had tractors, they had the first tractorman, second tractorman, and third tractorman. And there was a real hierarchy, and all the jobs were done in order, and there was a real hierarchy, and you daren't leave the field before the first tractorman. He was the boss. Anyway, I drove an old Massey Ferguson. And it was, I think it was a 165 Massey Ferguson, anyway, I wrote this song about it, and there was the old guy that was number one tractorman was an old guy called Dave, and he was brilliant, and he was just kind of the salt of the earth. So I brought a couple of things to show you. The first thing, my mother gave me a fantastic present this week, and I'm just going to show it to you now because it's such an incredible little thing. I don't know if Jenny can get a close-up of it. And it's a little Ferguson tractor. This is not Massey Ferguson. This is long before Massey Harris was involved. Massey Harris was a Canadian company that merged with Ferguson. But I don't know if you can see that. And it's got a wee bonnet on it. It lifts up. And my mother gave it to me, and I'm such a beautiful little thing. And as part of that, Ferguson, when he made the tractors, when you bought a Ferguson tractor, you got one spanner, and I might have told you this before, one spanner, and it fitted everything. I've actually, and they're very rare, but I've actually got one. I'm going to show it to you. This is the Ferguson spanner. I don't know if you can see that on Jenny, you can get that close up. The Ferguson spanner. And you could even, it's got a little kind of ruler on it, and you could even use it for measuring in the tank. You could to see how much petrol you had in your tank, and you could dip it into your tank, and it would show you how much petrol. Anyway, the little tractor that my mother gave me has got a little Ferguson spanner in the little toolbox, and it's minute. And anyway, I just thought I would share that with you. It's brilliant. And so we'll try the song now, and I'm going to have a wee mouthful of Nigel's port here. Got a wee tickle, okay. Now this has got a chorus for the global choir here, and it's very easy. You just sing, and it turns again, endless and slow. It turns again, with every breath we blow, it's the only thing we know. Okay? Okay. And we'll do that, we'll get the chorus. I'm not going to, the global choir's getting that good now with all the choruses that I'm not going to have to teach you them all. So get a mouthful of wine or whatever it is you've got for your wee Saturday night libation, a wee cup of tea or whatever it is. Have a wee go at this song and see what. I forgot to ask you to welcome to the stage the wonderful Thai faces who already have been accompanying me beautifully. So could you please welcome them to the stage? All right, is that you cool now, guys? Okay, right. I felt a little bit of an unease at the back of me. You hear Duncan making a bit of kind of grunting noises that I'd forgotten about. Place in a farm in Strathmore to bring that excuse me. I took a farm in Strathmore to bring the harvest home. Watch nature roar, and we rise at dawn in the sun's clear light, in the sun's clear light. And we'd start our day with a sleepy head, sat on the old wood bench in the tractor shed, and the grief would say, lads, it's time to go, oh, it's time to go. And it turns again, endless and slow, it turns again, with every breath we blow, for it's the only thing we know. That's the chorus. Want to have a wee go of it with me? Let's do a global choir number right. And it turns again, endless and slow, it turns again, with every breath we blow, for it's the only thing we know. And old Dave was first in time, old Dave was first, and we dare not leave until the pipe was done and he rolled his sleeve. Then we'd all set out to the far top field, to the far top field. And old Dave would cut, and Tim and I would lead, and we'd move these bales till our hands would bleed. With a story told to keep our spirits high, to keep our spirits high. Here we go with the chorus. And it turns again, endless and slow, it turns again, with every breath we blow, well, it's the only thing we know. Just that your face. Again. And we'd work a while, and we'd sweat our brow, and we'd take our peace on the hazel now. And how it would taste so good, and old Dave would smile, old Dave would smile. Oh, I took a place in a farm in Strathmore, bring the harvest home and watch nature roar. And we rise at dawn in the sun's clear light, in the sun's clear light. Here we go with the chorus. And it turns again, endless and slow, it turns again, with every breath we blow, for it's the only thing we know. Wanna do it on your own? Global choir, a wee farming song on your own. Here we go. And it turns again, fantastic Saturday night global choir, or Saturday morning, wherever you're watching from. I don't know. We had lots of people from all over the planet logging in earlier on. We'll do it again, actually, with a wee harmony attempt. And it that's my wee song about the farm out at New Tile where I used to work, driving a tractor in my youth. And so I'm going to continue with this. We're going to finish with this wee song. And this is a song I discovered during lockdown. And I'd written it and I'd forgotten all about it. And it was I found it on a bit of paper. And I did it one time during lockdown. And somebody requested this. And so... now, I've got now it's not a song I do regularly, and I've got my words down here on my iPad, and I've just had a wee warning saying low battery. So if the battery goes flat and I don't get the words out. But that wee song, that Strathmore song, was for Jim Oliver in Charlotte, North Carolina, a Ferguson tractor fan. Now, hi Jim, do you have a Ferguson spanner? Now, that's the question. And for Paul and Margaret in Berlin, who are watching in Berlin. I played in Berlin many, many years ago in a place called the Quartier Latin. I remember driving, at that time the wall was still there, and you had to drive down a big corridor down from West Germany down into Berlin. And you were timed as you went down the corridor, and it was quite amazing. I haven't been back there since the wall came down. I must make an effort to go and visit Berlin again. But I had great gigs in this place called the Quartier Latin. I think it's probably been knocked down by now. It's a long, long time ago. Anyway, this song has got a positive wee chorus, and you can catch it as we go along. So it's not a song that I sing regularly. This will be the second time, I think, in the last 30 years that I've sung this. So I'm going to have a wee mouthful to get my courage up. It's been requested by Lillian Evans in Washington State. Lillian is also a regular. Hi, Lillian. And it's your fault I'm going to be doing this song. So we'll try and see it. We'll see how we go. They say that love they say that hope's an elusive thing, slips in and out of you. So I'm sorry I can't do it because my iPad has just gone flat. Give me that other one that's there. Right. So we'll have a little technical, because this is not a set of words that I have memorized. So we'll try and see if I can pull it out of the fire. Bear with us. Because I've got another one here. Take that one away. So Mike just managed to... Be a shame not to do the song now after I've...
Never recorded this one.
No.
Do you know what? Don't worry. I'll get some more.
Okay.
Huh?
Okay. Little technical hitch there. They say that an elusive thing slips in and out of view. But I believe and anticipate. Hold on to me, and I'll hold on to you, and it will all come clear. In the end, it will all come clear. It will all come clear. In the end, it will all come clear. That's the wee chorus that you sing. Gonna try it with me. Come on. It will all come clear. In the end, it will all come clear. It will all come clear. In the end, it will all come clear. And they say that friendship's a foolish thing. It's never tried and true. But oh, my friends, you mean everything. Hold on to me, and I'll hold on to you, and it will all come clear. In the end, it will all come clear. Sing it with me. It will all come clear. In the end, it will all come clear. They say that love is a fragile thing, cuts deep when first it's new. But love can make the mountains ring. Hold on to me, and I'll hold on to you, and it will all come clear. In the end, it will all come clear. It will all come clear. In the end, it will all come clear. This is not a way I'm sure of. This is not the way I planned. And all the gold that I had squandered, undermined and out of hand. They say that peace is a hopeless thing, no matter what we do. Hold on to me, and I'll hold on to you, and it will all come clear. In the end, it will all come clear. It will all come clear. In the end, it will all come clear. Well, sing it on your own. Go try it. It will all. Sounding beautiful. And the harmony. Natty faces. It'll all come clear. I'm going to do the last verse again because I screwed it up. They say that peace is a hopeless thing, no matter what we do. But empty words don't mean anything. Hold on to me, and I'll hold on to you. Here we go. And it will all come clear. In the end, it will all come clear. It will all come clear. In the end, it will all come clear. It will all come clear. In the end, it will all come clear. It will all come clear. In the end, it will all come clear. That's the wee song that I found during lockdown, and I must have written it. I wrote it years and years ago, and it just kind of lots of stuff was happening during lockdown, and I found it, and it's quite nice when you actually find something. I must have put it away because I didn't like it or something, but I read it and I kind of, you know, and then I thought, and I remembered the tune, and I went, actually, it's a really positive wee song for these kind of crazy times. So, hope you've enjoyed that. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for being part of the Global Choir and the big Butterstone family, which is now kind of getting developed over the last couple of years. All tune in on a Saturday night. Couple of things to tell you. Oh, my port's gone. Jenny knocked it over. So I'll toast you with an empty glass. Oh, is that bad luck? Oh, no, there's a wee drop in the bottom. And just to remind you that you can get your tickets now for next week's 1 hour special, which is... I was supposed to be in Lewis tonight, but the weather's so bad that we didn't go. But next week's a ticketed 1 hour special. So you can get your tickets at www.dougiemacleanlive.com. And I appreciate you buying tickets for these shows because it subsidises all the free ones. And so people who've got a wee bit extra cash can buy a ticket, and it allows people who maybe don't or have a tighter kind of budget, can still watch the shows here from Butterstone. So it's great. And I'm hopefully managing to have a wee bit of some videos of my tractor for next weekend, and it just depends on how the weather is this week. But it looks like it might snow tonight out there. So we were lulled into a false sense of security a couple of weeks ago. It was beautiful, and now we're back into the kind of brutal winter again. So anyway, hope you've enjoyed yourself. Hope you're all looking after each other, staying cheery and smiling like a tatty face. And I'll see you all next weekend. Aikava.